What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for July 4th through July 10th, 2024, and is themed around Independence Day for this week. And of course, that means that all the usual Independence Day content is back, like the fireworks, the USA parachute, the business battles featuring the usual beer hats, etc. In regards to new content, the overflawed Pipistrello is now officially available for all players on the Legendary Motorstar website. Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of the car. It's pretty slow. The styling is a bit wonky. It's electric. Overall, I'm just not a fan of the car. I would probably skip this one. But anyways, that means that we only have 6 drip-feed vehicles left to officially release. Continuing to the prize ride for this week, it is the Obey Omnis. It's primarily based on the Audi Sport Quattro rally car and has a normal price of about $700,000. To get it for free this week, you have to place top 5 in an LS Carmate Series race for 2 days in a row. In regards to performance, it's in the sports class and is one of the slower ones in that class for track performance. However, it does do better on rally-style off-road tracks, being more of an above-average car on those types of tracks. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have much visual customization, being a Cunning Stunts DLC car, but I will say it's very fun to drive. Continuing to the test ride vehicles for this week, we have the OG Coquette, the Tulip, and the Revolter as well, and all 3 of these are Remove website vehicles, so definitely make sure to pick them up this week if you don't already own them. And for current gen console users, we have the recently added Ubermacht Niobe as the HSW test ride vehicle for this week. Continuing to the casino podium vehicle, we have the Karen Bohr. It is primarily based on the 2nd gen Subaru Brat and has a normal price of just under $1.3 million. In regards to performance, in the off-roads class, and is a mid-tier performing vehicle in that class. Not all that quick, but it does offer some decent customization. In terms of the dealership cars for this week, in luxury autos we have the recently added Pipistrello and the Urus X32 as well. Continuing to Simeons, we have the Vamos, the Car 4x4, the Dynasty, the Cognoscenti 55, and the Sovereign as well. And all of these, except for the Car are Remove website vehicles, so definitely make sure to pick them up this week if you don't already own them. Moving on to the discounts, in terms of property discounts, we don't really have any on sale this week. However, we do have 30% off the MOC, as well as the upgrades and renovations for it as well. Continuing to the vehicle discounts, starting off in the test ride, we have 30% off the Ubermacht Revolter. So this one again is a Remove website car. Now, I will say the customization of this thing is pretty lackluster with only some liveries and a machine gun option. However, in regards to performance, it's in the sports car class and is an average performing car in that class, which honestly isn't too bad for a big heavy sedan. This thing has incredible acceleration for its size and the pushing power of like a truck. It's pretty incredible. Just a really fun one to drive around and mess around with. On to Simeons, we have 30% off the Dynasty, a Remove website vehicle as well. This one's in the Sports Classics class, and as to be expected, it's one of the slowest cars in that class. But honestly, I think it's still a pretty fun one to own for the Indian taxi meme references and stuff, especially since the customization is pretty great. Onto the Seven San Andreas website, we have 30% off the Vigero ZX convertible. This one's in the muscle car class, and with HSW, this one and the regular Vigero ZX, which both have identical performance, absolutely dominate the class for both track performance and top speed. And even without HSW, they're still in top 5 for that class, which is very impressive. Plus, the customization this car offers is fantastic. And also, for those of you who don't know, Rockstar did fix pretty much all the broken little bugs that this car had with the new DLC, so that makes it a lot more enticing to own for sure. Although personally, I still prefer the regular coupe variant. Next up, we have 30% off the Hot Ring Hellfire. This one's in the sports class and is one of the slower ones in that class. The main reason you obviously buy this car is to compete in hot ring races. That's pretty much it. However, it does actually offer some visual customization, unlike the Hot Ring Everon and Sabre. And lastly, we have 50% off the Independence Day themed vehicles like the Sovereign and the Liberator. In regards to login unlocks, for logging in this week, you'll receive the new Fireworks Bucket Hat, the Stars and Stripes Bucket Hat, and the Lady Liberty Bucket Hat as well. Moving on to the gun event, we have the following weapons available this week, and 60% off the musket as well. In terms of Triple Money, we have Triple Money NRP on the MOC missions. These also unlock you the trade prices for the vehicles shown if you haven't done so already. In terms of double money, we have double money NRP on the Adversary Mode Running Back Remix, and sadly that's it for bonus money. Not the greatest, but as to be expected after receiving a recent DLC. In regards to the weekly challenge this week, if you complete 3 MOC missions, you'll receive 100,000. Continuing to the weekly vehicle robberies from the Salvage Art business, again these only change once per event week. We have the podium robbery with the Karen Boar, and this one is actually claimable this week, and normally costs just under 1.3 million, although it's also on the casino podium this week, which is kind of strange. I don't know why Rockstar did that. However, it does feature the limited Liberty City plate, and yes, for those of you that were having issues with the exclusive plates disappearing, Rockstar has fixed that issue with this DLC. Plus, we also have the Gangbanger robbery with the Buffalo STX, and the McTony robbery with the Coquette D10, but of course, these two are not claimable this week, it is only the Boar. And lastly, for the time trials, this week's normal time trial is Vinewood Hills. I highly recommend a quick bike for this one. For the premium race, we have the Muscle Car Race Down the Drain. I highly recommend the Dominator GT, Buffalo STX, or Weevil Custom for this race. And if you're on current gen, I highly recommend using the HSW Vigero ZX. And lastly, for current gen console users, the HSW time trial is Sandy Shores. As always, the HSW Hakushi Dragon with the best one for these. In terms of my vehicle discount pick of the week, I'm going to have to go with the Vigero ZX convertible. Although I personally prefer the regular coupe variant, I still think this is a great deal on this car considering the performance and the customization it offers. Anyways guys, overall this event week I would say is pretty average, although the technically sort of new Pipistrello being officially available for everyone now is nice, and the Salvage Art claimable car as well, although it's also on the casino podium for some reason, but the bonus money is very lackluster this week, so kind of factoring in all that, the Independence Day stuff and everything, I'd give this week a solid 6 out of 10. But anyways, definitely let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thanks again for watching, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.